This is High Rock. It's a campsite on Section B of the Great Divide Trail, and it's where I'm going to spend the first night of my 4-day solo hike. Maybe. Just hiked up the road about 1 kilometer, and I should have just parked here because this is where the trail ends, or where the trail connects. I'm going to hop on here, and this should take me all the way up to where I connect with the Great Divide Trail. I scared him, he's peeing. From that little intersection where you jump onto the trail that runs up Cataract Creek and the sign for Cataract Public Land Use Zone, it's about 10 kilometers till I catch up with the Great Divide Trail. I was there at about 8:15, and so far the trail is really more of a road. All right, it's 9 a.m. on Friday, August 9th. I am apparently 4 kilometers in. That's one of the cool things about these public land use trails. They get used for off-road vehicles and quads and dirt bikes and horses and all that. So there's a lot of maintenance that goes on, which is pretty cool. All right, 10 a.m. and I'm about 2.5 kilometers from the Great Divide Trail now. And most of it, since our last check-in, has been kind of this roly-poly landscape with some pretty boggy stuff, basically along these snow machine trails along Cataract Creek Trail. So, speaking of, yeah, it's that stuff that'll take your shoe. Oh, mosquito. I just got off Cataract Creek Trail and now I'm on the Great Divide Trail, and check this out. In the words of the children, let's go! Well, it's 11 o'clock and I just had to stop to filter some water, and I'm gonna mix in some electrolytes, and then I think I got a big ascent till I head along the route. I'm actually just heading up towards what I believe is a pass along the shoulder of Mount Farquhar. It's about the halfway point for my day today. It'll be about 16 kilometers in. I got another 150 meters elevation gain to get till before I get there. But at least the view is nice. Up till now, it's been in the trees. Now I got this beautiful valley to look through. Okay. It's noon on day 1. I've got about 17 kilometers in so far today. Well, almost. I've got about another kilometer and about another 100 and some odd meters elevation gain till I hit the high point of elevation today. So right now, this is what I'm looking at as I'm hiking. It's beautiful. And then once I get to the top, I'll probably have a snack. And then I gotta walk back down the hill, down on the other side of the mountain. Woo! I wish I brought my microphone, some audio equipment, because I want to say some inspirational shit. I've got a feeling that I'm gonna walk this way down the hill so that I can end up over there and walk up the hill. Hey, buddy. 1 p.m. and this trail is smooth like butter now. It's mostly downhill from here all the way till, I don't know, the bottom. And then I have another climb. I just passed a couple guys headed the opposite direction that were actually doing the exact same trip as me, just the opposite way. So that's kind of cool. And yeah, I haven't taken a break yet. And I'm starting to become aware of my energy levels. I've been snacking, but that first climb today took a lot out of me, and I got another one yet before I'm done for the day. So I'm thinking that when I get to the bottom here, before I climb back up on the other side, I'm gonna take a longer break, do a lot of stretching, have some food, some electrolytes, some water, and then head up there. So it might be later than I planned, but I don't want to overdo it so that I'm a mess for tomorrow, because tomorrow's the harder day, I think. 2 o'clock. I am at Lost Creek Campground. Just had lunch and filled my water and did some stretching. And I was tempted to lay down for a nap, but I don't think that's a good idea. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pack up and I'm going to get moving. All right, no party like an incline party, because an incline party don't stop. 3 o'clock and the most anticipated break of the day. I'm so glad to be recording this right now and not walking. The hill's there and there. The trip out of Lost Creek, the first 3 kilometers, you gain about 500 meters of elevation. I'm not out of that yet. So I'm not even moving 3 kilometers an hour. I still got about 200 meters to go, in which I'm going to gain another 100 meters of elevation. The good news is, I think once I get there, I'm basically going to stay at that elevation and run the contour of a whole bunch of different hills all the way till I hit High Rock. So I'm hoping that's the case and I can make up some time there, because this has been slow going and tough. I was right in that the trail levels out a little bit after you get over that hill, which is good. It stays relatively level between 2100 meters and 2150 kind of thing. The challenge is that I am also relatively old and relatively tired. So I'm not sure. Right now I'm about 4 kilometers from High Rock Campground, and I'm actually on pace to be there by close to 5. The challenge is, when I get there, do I want to keep going? 5 o'clock's early and I don't want to stand around for too long, but I also don't want to overdo it. Looks like we're back into some elevation gain. It's not too bad, but I think we're going over there, over that little pass there, to get down into High Rock. So we'll find out. It's a beautiful day though. All right, so that's pretty cool. Coming up to that little nook, you get to see all the way down the valley here. And if you walk back over to the other side, might get windy, sorry. Whew. You get to see all the way down the valley that way too. This is a pretty cool spot. All right, it's 6 o'clock. I'm at High Rock. I'm setting up my tent and stuff before I have some dinner. And then I'll probably just watch a show and go to bed, because it's 6 and there's a fire ban, so that fire pit's not going to get used. And I'll probably just have a real good sleep after a good stretch. It's 7 o'clock. My tent is set up. I've had dinner. I've got water for the night. I think it's time to run through the map and see how we did. This was my access point. It was about 10 kilometers, 10.7. But this trail wouldn't let me through, so I had to actually go up here and connect here. So I'm just going to add on a kilometer for fun. And then from there, I ran down this hill. And it was quite nice going down all the way to Lost Creek. That was pretty cool. After Lost Creek, however, we go back up and all the way through 11 kilometers to High Rock, which is where we are now. Tomorrow, I've got a nice descent to start the morning, and then kind of some contouring stuff. The part that has me worried about tomorrow is actually once I get to Lyle Creek, some more contouring, then descent here. This part at the end of the day is what's worried me. That part all the way to Hidden Creek. I'm actually going to go past Hidden Creek to South Hidden Creek, so an extra couple kilometers. But this ascent right here is the big one for tomorrow. Well, it's 8 o'clock. I'm spent. Good night, world.